And what we have here today, of course, you've seen a big block Mopar, which is the 426 Hemi, and here we got a big block Chevy 454. Lately, things are big here in Quebec.
A little while back, we watched Nick as he fixed and tested a 426 Hemi for Gaetan. Now the engine is finished, it's time for a paint job so it can leave the shop looking good.
And we all know that this 426 Hemi comes from Gaetan's car, which is a 1970 Roadrunner, orange, 4-speed with the air grabber. He bought it with the heads not painted, the intake manifold was not painted, it didn't run well. And this one we had, he's asked me to take it out of the car and test it on the dyno. So after all that's said and done, it's fixed, it's running well. Now we're just gonna shoot a couple of coats of paint, bring it down to detail, and then after that, it's ready for installation. And these engines from the factory with the aluminum intake were painted orange just like the engine. And in this case, he's got aluminum heads, but then again, originally when you open the hood on a 70 Roadrunner, the whole engine's painted orange. So in this case, we're gonna paint the whole thing orange. Before we paint it, we're gonna cover up the harmonic balancer, and I'm gonna get another set of scrap valve covers, put it on, and shoot it. So Vasili's gonna start painting it very soon. We've got VHT primer, gray primer for first coat. Then after that, we're gonna paint it with, of course, the Street Hemi orange. And this is what it is. It is header paint, but it's also high temperature primer, but we're still gonna use it. And it's worked fine for me. I've used it for many years, and it works just fine. So Vasily, it's all yours, buddy. Take it, cover it up, what we have to do. I'll get you the valve covers, and let's shoot it. And you know how rare these are? Aluminum valve covers from Mopar Performance. And I use them as painting engines. I put them here, so you don't have to tape up the walker assembly, like so, and then we paint around it. And that's what I bought them for. I bought them back in Carlisle a few years back. I said, you know what, they're in rough shape, but you know what, I'll use them as covers for when I paint engines. And here they are. There you go. Now we're ready for painting. I don't know what they're worth, but anyways, I don't know if they're rare or not, but anyways, I have them, and this is what I use them for. They're great, they're light, and I use them all the time when I paint Hemi engines. Because of course, the valve covers that go in the Hemis are wrinkle black in this case. So we don't paint those valve covers, so we use this as covers and take it from there. Anyways, I'll get some rags and I'm gonna cover the flywheel, okay, Vasily? This is the flywheel that belongs to the engine, so I'm not gonna bother taking it off. I'm just gonna cover it up so it doesn't get any paint. Not that it matters, but anyways, I just wanna do it nice. We don't have a paint booth to paint the engine, so what we use spray cans. So what we do is we put up a lot of heat in the building. We clean it very well with thinner, and of course we put a light coat of primer, and then we're gonna put a few coats of orange paint. Then we let it dry for a couple of days. Then after that, we install it in the car. And then again, if we get some paint in the exhaust ports, there's no harm done. So I'm not gonna worry about covering up the exhaust ports. We're just gonna shoot it and it should be fine. And here we go. And this is the coffee we have from Tristan. Old school espresso. It's caramel nuts, dark chocolate. Nice.
Tristan, that's my brother's name.
Tristan, eh? He owns a British Jensen car with a 440. Good client of mine. And of course, he brought us a whole bunch of coffee. And we're just making some. And I can't wait to taste it again. Can't wait to see this engine painted. I've painted a lot of engines Hemi orange. Of course, this is street Hemi orange. And that's what Gaetan wants. He wants it the way it came from the factory. And of course, the factory painted it in a little bit different way with big shoot guns with a couple of feet off the floor. But anyways, here we have it on an engine stand. We have some spray cans, and we do the best with what we got. By the way, Vasily's painted a lot of my engines. And of course, not just orange, other colors too. We've done red for a 273. We've done blue for Ford, gold for Oldsmobile, gray for an old Ford engine from Fox Body. Of course, turquoise for the old Chrysler big Mopars. And of course, orange, which we do very often. And you know why they call it the elephant, eh? Look how wide it is. That's why they call it the elephant. And you know, from the factory, when they painted these engines, a lot of times they had a few pieces on it that were, or even spark plug wires were slightly painted orange on the B engine or B engine. And of course, they had big drips and also missed the bottom of the pan. But we don't do this in this case. We just paint it to be nice, presentable when you open the hood and it looks nice. After all, it is an engine. Yes, and then again, you have a lot of detailing to put on after that. So that's the most important part. You got to do a nice job when you put everything back. And of course, the right colors. And of course, you know, when you paint an engine from Chrysler, the rubber supports, rubber mounts are also painted orange in this case. But since I don't have them, they're still on order. And that is the reason why they're not on the engine right now. But anyways, I'll paint them orange after when they come in. And then, of course, right before the installation. How long does the paint job last? It all depends on how long you keep the car, how often you drive it. You know, if the paint's durable, it should last for a while. I've had engines last for over 10 years with the same paint job on the motor. When it's weekend driven only in the summer, it lasts for a while. One way to keep an engine clean is make sure you have no oil leaks whatsoever. And then once in a while, you do have fumes here and there. Well, you take a rag, you wipe it here and there once in a while, and it will always stay clean and look good. The way we work here is like the most common person who builds an engine. You know, no paint booths or no paint guns or anything like that. Simple stuff that most common viewer does. This is like they build an engine, they paint it the way we do, out in the open, okay, trying to get no fumes anywhere. And then of course we wrap it up in any way we can. And then of course we finish it off the way you guys would. And you know what's the killer part? You know, you got these big massive black valve covers, wrinkle black. They go on the engine. And you see spark plug wires go through, and you know what's underneath those valve covers? On this particular engine, look what you got. Isn't this beautiful?
A shame you couldn't have see-through valve covers.
That's right, I know.
It's art,
that's right,
jewelry.
It is. And of course, sometimes, you know, when we build engines with brand new pistons, when they're nice and shiny, like a chrome finish, then you put the cylinder head on, you don't see anything.
Or even the ones that are coated, they have like skirt coatings, top coatings for
that's
temperature.
Right. Beautiful.
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 Hidden inside the motor.
That's right. But you know what? When I build a 440 Kawasaki engine, I will show that to display so all my viewers can see it on YouTube. And if you guys are asking a question, why is there not one single hole? Back in the mid-60s, they had a twin distributor for dual spark plugs per cylinder. In other words, those days they didn't have great ignition systems, so they had 2 spark plugs per cylinder to fire to make sure they get a spark at all the time or make sure it has no misfire.
How many spark plugs do you need for the engine? It's a V8.
Yeah, it's a V8.
16.
Give me 16 spark plugs.
Spares? Nope.
No, they're not spares. They're all going in. Yeah, those were the mid-60s super stock engines when they had dual spark plugs on their cylinder heads, and of course the valve covers when you see 2 wires and a distributor like a T, 2 set of wires, 2 set of plugs, and it was awesome looking at. Manny, now it's time for a coffee.
Let's go.
I think it's ready. I want you guys to try it. It's got a great flavor, let me tell you. You guys, try this coffee. It's great stuff, man. It's old school espresso. That's what we're all about here. It's good. What do you think? Tristan, the man with the Jensen, brought it in. good stuff. It is, eh? Yeah. As you can see now, we're in the season of building engines. I got started on the 454 1973 Corvette engine for Steve here from Ontario. So we had to do some work on the engine, and I didn't want to do much to this motor because it's a matching motor to the car. So all we wanted to do is get a little bit of performance, like 400 plus horsepower. We're not going crazy. He's got power brakes. He's got an automatic transmission. He needs the vacuum for the power headlights for the doors in the front. So we wanted to keep a simple engine. So what we started with is a bowl area cleanup, and we took out the flat top pistons were 8.0 compression ratio, and we went to 10 compression ratio pistons. And of course, we're going to go back with the hydraulic flat top cam with a little bit more lift and duration, and that'll be it. And of course, we're going with the stock cast iron intake. If you guys want to see part of it, it's right here in the engine room. Here it is. We've got a 454 here with the oval port cylinder heads, which is a nice big block Chevy. I've had the pistons replaced. These were the pistons that were in before at 8.5 compression ratio, which right now we got some slightly domed pistons to bring up the compression to 10.0. And of course, I've got all the valves replaced by milling valves. And then I've got my new timing chain, which is a double roller from milling. I've got the oil pump also from milling, which I installed. As you can see, it's here. It's installed. It's not put on, the oil pan is not installed yet because I'm still waiting for my cam to come in, and I can't wait to get it done. Okay, and this is a factory cast iron intake manifold, geoplane, roll riser, whatever you guys want to call it. But anyways, it's kind of very heavy. It's got the heat passage. I wanted to keep it in the car to keep it simple because it is a matching number motor, and I'm trying to make the over 400 horsepower like we said. And of course, you know, with the original carburetor, the original adapters and everything that's going to bolt on with the choke, I want to make it run like they came from the factory. And that is the reason why I'm staying with this same intake manifold. Okay, I've done a lot of Mopars. I just wanted to tell you guys something that's a little bit different in, for example, Chevy engine. You notice that the 340, the big block, the 426 Hemi, all the rockers are on a mounted shaft. And this here, they're all individual bolt and start rocker arm, individually, just like a small block Chevy, just like a big block Chevy. So there's a few differences and a few V8s on this American industry, but this is one of them. This works fine too. And of course, this is the oil that feeds through the push rod to the rocker, not like the big block Mopars or the small block Mopars that feed through the block, through the cylinder head, and out to the shafts and every individual rocker. And of course, we had the heads hot tanked. I did a valve job on them. I did some bowl area cleanup work. I replaced all the exhaust valves, actually. The intake valves I had regrind, they were still good. I've regrinded all the exhaust valves. They were too thin, so I put all brand new milling exhaust valves. We had to put a set of good springs to get the shim to the pressure I wanted. I got it for that, which I'm going to use a flat tappet hydraulic cam. And then after that, we're going to take it to the dyno and break in the cam. And like I said, it's going to be a simple 454 for Steve's 1973 Corvette. And then, you know, it's nice to see something different once in a while. You know, you see a lot of Mopars we do here, but then again, it's nice to see something different. For example, like this big block Chevy. And then I've got another one coming up very soon, which is going to be a small block Chevy. But in the meantime, I want to get this done, built, painted, dyno tested, installed, and then start working on Jeff's car. And I apparently had an email the other day that someone from Utah wants to bring in a 401 American Motors engine. So he says, Nick, if you're interested, I'll bring it up to you from Utah. And you know what? I'll be more than glad to work on it and get some good results out of it. That's a long way to come from Utah, for the state of Utah, but you know what? When it does come, I'll do my best. And then of course, I've got this 500 cubic inch big block Mopar that belongs to Mike from New York, which is ready to go on a dynamometer, but I'd like to have him at present when we put on the dyno. So I'm giving him time to finish whatever business he's doing down in New York, and he's gonna call me up when he's available to come up one weekend, and of course, at the same time, have it on the dyno with him here at the same time and make tests. And I know the valve covers, the orange doesn't match the orange on the block, because we just bought these valve covers lately from eBay. They're powder coated. I don't wish to change the color or paint them. I'm gonna wait for Mike to decide when he comes here in Montreal. But in the meantime, I'll leave it at that. I want to see if he wants to do any changes. It'll be his choice, and whatever he wants, I'll do it for him. And personally, you know, if it was my engine, I would like to match the color orange with orange, the same colors. But anyways, it's Mike's motor. I'll let him decide when he gets here. You guys stay tuned, because there's a lot of engines are being working on right now. It's the time of the season. I'm getting them done one by one. Spring's gonna come here. I know the winters are long, but I gotta move my ass because they're going to start piling up, so I got to get them going. And of course, I've got a few done already. I got a few halfway done. And of course, there's a couple more coming in. Very simple jobs, but they will get done. So now Vasily and I, we're working straight on these so we can get them done for everyone for the springtime.
It's mail time.
Here we are another week at the shop. We've got a few packages to open up, and I can't wait to get them open because they've been sitting here for a while, because sometimes I wait for a few packages to pile up before I start doing mail time. I also want to say a special thank you to our Patreon supporters that have been with us for a while, supporting the channel. And I want to say a special thanks to you guys. And as we all know, I've got mail, packages, letters come from all over the world. And of course, I like to open up everything in front of the camera, so everybody that send me these gifts or whatever it is that I want to show them, that open them up live in front of the camera. So we've got a few packages here today, so I can't wait to get them open for you viewers to see what I've got in today. And here we go. We got a small package here from Abel from Texas. They say everything's big in Texas, but this is a small package. But anyways, let's open it up and see what we've got. Yes, I've been to Texas many times. Very interested to see how that 427 turns out. Here is the flag of Spain. Wow. Okay, so now we finally got the flag of Spain in my shop. Abel, thank you very much. And he's saying about the 427 Ford. Yeah, we're on it. We're gonna work on it slowly. It's a winter project. I can't wait to get it done. My client gave me the okay to work with it, so now he's looking for a certain, a few pieces for it before I start putting it together. So we got the green light to get on it. And of course, whenever it's ready, we're gonna put on the dyno, of course, to show to all our viewers how this 427 Ford is gonna do. And you know, I do got viewers from Spain. You know, when you read the comments, sometimes they tell you, cheers from Spain. Sometimes I write back and I reply back to them, you guys, send me the flag of Spain. And here it is. Of course. Here it is, flag of Spain. Abel, thank you very much from Texas. Or like they say in Spanish, gracias for the flag. And where is this one from? And this is from the state of Indianapolis. I don't have a name on it, but let's open up and find out. I don't know. Is it Jordan? Jordan, I think it's Jordan. All right, let's see what Jordan sent us. He's got a flag here. There's a famous racetrack there in Indianapolis called the Indianapolis 500. Never been there, but I've seen it from outside. Never been inside the track. That's where our name Indy Auto comes from. The city of Indianapolis. Oh, look at this. Wow, welcome race fans. This is unique. Check it out. Indianapolis Speedway. And there's the logo they put on the race, on the pace cars. Okay, I don't have a name or a letter with this flag. But anyways, I believe it's, there's got an email on it with the name Jordan on it. So I believe it's Jordan. If not, I'm sorry. That's the name I have right now. Anyways, wherever it is, thank you very much for the flag. Okay, here's another one from the USA. And I believe this is from John from Illinois, the state of Illinois. All right, let's see what we got here. Wow. These diecasts are coming in on this Kawasaki project. Look at this one. 1970 Challenger RT. This Kawasaki is all over here in this shop, let me tell you. I really enjoy your show on YouTube. Your knowledge of cars is unbelievable, and I love watching you and those engines. You are a class act, and you run a top-notch shop. I have been restoring my 870 Plymouth Roadrunner for 18 years now. I hope to complete it in 2020. Good luck, I hope you do. Thank you, John. I appreciate it. I'm going to put it up with my collection in my office. And of course, I hope you get your car done, your Roadrunner, because 18 years is a long time. You know, we only live we all have a expiring date. So you got to finish that car and enjoy driving it, buddy. And good luck. And I hope you get it done for 2020. And now, we're going to Canada. Here we go. Okay, we got 2 envelopes here from the same person. I thought this was regular mail, so I opened it up the other day. And then again, another one came in, again from Kevin, which is from Windsor, Ontario. Oh, look at this. Not Mad Scientist, that's Manny. Here it is. Hi Nick, I can't get my email. Thanks for, I can't get my email. Thanks for the stickers. It's your friend Kevin from Windsor, Ontario. Okay, this is from Manny, the Mad Scientist. Okay, I'll give this to Manny when I see him this weekend. I'm going to give it to him because we call him the Mad Scientist on our show here on the YouTube channel. So I'm going to tell Manny, this is from Kevin from Windsor, Ontario. And of course you have a second one here, which I did not open up yet. It's more than enough. Once is enough. You don't have to send me twice. Oh, check this out, man. Okay, Racing Division. What part? These are all race cars. Wow, there's history here. These are old cars. Yeah, it went my Hemi engine, the Keep Run Peugeot. I don't know if you guys noticed that on one of my videos. They bored it to make a commercial. Here's some more. There's a famous racer. And of course, John Force. Everybody knows John Force with Castrol. And then we got Budweiser with Brandon. And of course, Top Fuel Dragster. What's her name? Rhonda. Kevin, thank you very much from Ontario. And I'm going to put them up somewhere in my shop. And of course, and what's this? Okay. So for just envelope for stickers, not a problem. I'm going to put some in it. Kevin, yes, I'm going to put them up. I'm going to show them to everybody here in my shop, my staff, and of course to my clients. I show everything. I show all my gifts to everyone here that comes into my shop. And thank you, Kevin. Okay, here is another one from Canada, and this one's from Valleyfield, Quebec. And this is from Jennifer. Here we go. Oh, you see Jennifer, I know Jennifer, she's also one of my clients. Jennifer was born and raised in Colombia, but now she lives here in Valleyfield, Quebec, and she's originally from Colombia, and she watches us on YouTube, and she goes, Nick, I'm going to send you my flag one day. There it is, the flag of Colombia. Thank you, Jennifer. That's very nice. This is from Jennifer. When I moved to Canada 11 years ago, I was so happy to be in a new country with all new exciting things to do and people to meet. But I was really concerned about finding the people I could trust, like a family doctor, a dentist, an accountant, and a lawyer, and a mechanic. I'm so happy that life brought me to you, someone I can trust 100% with my eyes closed, because you are the most honest and knowledgeable mechanic I've ever met. I'm so happy to see all success and fun that you are having with your YouTube channel. Thank you so much for everything and all your help, Nick. And Jennifer, thank you very much. And this is a very touchy letter, let me tell you. Thank you. And here's another one. And this is from another one from Canada. And this is from Toronto. Okay, what do we got here? Dear Nick, my name is Ante, and I'm a huge fan. We spoke on the phone about a couple of 70 Plymouth B-bodies. I haven't made a purchase yet, but I wanted to share a flag for you. The red, white, blue flag is from Croatia. Ha! I've got viewers from Croatia, but they've never sent me a flag. The second is from my town of Lubushki, pronounced Ubushki. Okay, Ubushki. We may live in Toronto, but I figured you have many Canadian flags. These are other flags of my heritage, and I'd be honored if you would hang them. I love your show, and I'm learning a lot from you. Evkaristo. Ante, from Toronto, Ontario. Ante, thank you very much. This is the flag of Croatia. And of course, look. He's even wrote his name down. Ante and Toronto. Nice. The other flag is from Kibushki. There it is. Wow. And Ante, thank you very much. I'm going to put them both up in my shop. And thanks for writing in your name. No problem. I don't have to write it in. So thank you for putting it in. Thank you, Ante. Thank you. And good luck with that Roadrunner you just bought. Thank you. And the final box of the week. This is from Ron and Shirley from Newcastle, Ontario. Yes, you guys sent me a few emails looking for your package. I made a mistake, and yes, we did receive it. I did not open it yet. So here it is. I'm going to open it finally, put on mail time for you viewers to see. And of course for you guys, Ron and Shirley, because we went back and forth on this package looking for it. And here it is. I'm going to finally open it. Here we go. Every package comes with a letter. Nick and crew, your YouTube channel is excellent. We enjoy watching you every week. We sent you the flag of the Netherlands, Holland, and some windmill cookies to go with your morning coffee. Cheers. Ron and Shirley. Ron and Shirley, thank you very much. Original cookies from Helema. Nice. I'm going to have them first thing in the morning with my coffee. Here's some more cookies. Wow, there's quite a few here, right? Let me tell you. This is the flag of the Netherlands. Yes, it is. I have one up there in the shop already. Here's another one. So you know what? We'll put it up there with pride. Thank you. Thank you, Ron and Shirley. Thank you very much. And thank you for the cookies. And of course, tomorrow morning with the coffee, we're going to enjoy it with your cookies. We got a few flags to put up this week. Anyways, I want to say special thanks to all of you for all these gifts you guys have sent me. Gifts, letters, flags, I don't know what to say. It's very touchy because, you know, every week we got something new coming in, and I don't know what comes in anymore because I've got things from all over the world, and I want to say a very special thank you to all of you guys. Don't have to, but anyways, you guys, you know, I want to thank you for watching. So like, subscribe, and of course tell a friend. Join us on our YouTube channel here on Nick's Garage. And all I can say is a special thank you to all for all these things you guys send me from all over the world. I love you guys all, and I'll see you all next week. And you guys, if you look down below the video, we have a whole bunch of merchandise that you guys can buy. So whatever you like, buy it, love it, wear it, and enjoy it. And help spread the word of Nick's Garage. And if you have some time, check out our Patreon page. We have extra content, and you guys can watch it and take it from there. And we'll see you next time.